Greetings, YouTube. Last month, Fred Clark from The Slacktivist posted an article about one Danica Nash. I apologize it's taking me so long to get to it, but my video idea file sometimes gets backed up. I even have to sometimes delete things which become so out of date that they're no longer pertinent. There's only so much time I've gotten, so many ideas just kind of flooding in my head. And Miss Nash had made a blog post about her church and in general church, capital C, and the whole concept of church. And this is what she had to say, and I thought it was kind of interesting. The church keeps scratching its head, wondering why 70% of 23 to 30-year-olds who were brought up in church in a church leave. It said, my generation that can smell bullshit, especially holy bullshit, from a mile away, will not stick around to see the church fight gay marriage against our better judgment. It's my generation who is overwhelmingly supporting marriage equality, and church, as a young person and as a theologian, is not in your best interest to give them that ultimatum. So, the church is doing that. They're saying, our way or the highway. You can either toe the line and agree with us that, we should discriminate against the LGBT community, or you can leave. So they're giving these young people the choice, do what we say or go. Now, the church's reaction to this, specifically the church that she attends reaction, she was fired from the job she had as a camp counselor at a church camp. It's a job that she really enjoyed having. So, the church that she belongs to went from what she had been discussing about how they are figuratively pushing people out the door because of their ultimatum and policy, to literally pushing her out the door. And as Mr. Clark comments, it's kind of incredibly beautiful how ultimately wrong this act was. It was the perfectly wrong thing to do. And it's astounding that someone did not realize for even a moment that what they were doing was playing right into what Miss Nash was saying. Now, I have a different take on this. Well, first of all, I'm really glad that 70% of the 23 to 30-year-old demographic in America supports equality in America. I'm thrilled about that fact. And that bears out across the demographics. It's not just Christians or evangelical Christians. It's everyone in America in that age bracket. 70% of them support marital equality, which is why it's going to eventually become the law of the land, because all the people that really oppose it are going to get old and die. They're no longer going to be in power to support a discriminatory practice. I am a rarity in the fact that I am outside that bracket, being 49 in September, who supports marital equality. But for me, there's another message here. And that message is, everyone should leave the church. And I'm talking about the entire concept of church, organized religion itself. I am a person that endorses the idea that the only individual relationship you need with your gods is just that, you and your gods. No holy books, no priests, no churches, nothing. And that we need to take away the financial, the political, and ecclesiastical power that church leaders possess. The vast majority of whom are males. And in America, white conservative males. We need to take their power away from them, put it back into ourselves where it belongs, and we can ourselves take care of our spiritual and religious needs, our connection to the divine. And we can behave and vote our own conscience, and not at the dictates of some authority figure who should not be listened to at all. So while I sympathize and empathize with the dilemma that Miss Nash finds herself in, I wish she would take that one last step, that one last measure to realize that she doesn't need the church at all. That she can get together with like-minded individuals here on the internet or in person. That you don't need leaders. You just need people to talk to. Or in some cases, such as myself, while I enjoy talking to people about this topic, I don't need them. My gods and I are quite happy with ourselves. I don't need a church. I don't need holy books. I don't need priests or priestesses. None of them. They are a pox upon humanity, and Miss Nash is this far away from realizing that. And I wish she would make that one final step. Because I think that if everyone made that final step, and if we took that power that we have given to others back and make it our own, everyone would be better off. The world would be better off.